Wait, so let's see. Who the fuck?
This is a KGB defector by the name of Yuri Benzanov.
No, he's gonna talk about Benzanov. Who is he? He's a KGB defector. He has like this list of things that he said like the KGB was using to destabilize America, and then now conservatives run with this to say like this is what communists try to do to destroy America. It's just like giga cringe.
In 1984, he gave this interview where he states, "Ideological subversion is a slow process which we call either ideological subversion or active measures in the language of the KGB, or psychological warfare." What it basically means is to change the perception of reality of every American to such an extent that despite the abundance of information, no one is able to come to sensible conclusions in the interest of defending themselves, their families, their community, or their country.
Oh my gosh, sounds exactly like Republicans. Holy shit. Republicans constantly lying about race, the left constantly lying about the state of our economy, constantly lying about coronavirus and coronavirus vaccines. You're right, lying about elections, lying about our Donald Trump and the rest of Republicans clapping along as they as he lied about our political institutions, about the Supreme Court being cucked, the entire government being cucked, the elections being stolen. Yeah, sounds exactly like them. Conservatives lying? Impossible. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't lie, would they?
It takes from 15 to 30 years to demoralize a nation. Why that many years? Because this is the minimum number of years required to educate one generation of students in the country of your enemy. In other words, Marxism, Leninism ideology is being pumped into the soft heads.
Is he talking about Marxism, and Leninism, or is he talking about Marxism, Leninism, the single ideology, which is not being pumped into any kids' heads? What school teaches ML? I don't know. What?
From another interview, he expands on demoralization, because this is key. We're totally in this demoralized state.
You don't need to teach a generation to be able to get them to believe something or demoralize them. Whatever happened with like the Vietnam War, which completely demoralized the entire country. There was like protest everywhere. There was so much political and social unrest. That was like the peak of left-wing activism and even like some terrorism as well. Like the idea and the Korean War as well completely demoralized the country when it came to our wars. There was like so much draft hopping. Even Donald fucking Trump knows about that. Like the idea that you need to teach an entire generation to be able to demoralize a country is incredibly stupid. All you have to do is show them what the country's actually doing a lot of the times.
During this stage, the moral fiber and integrity of the country is put into question, thereby creating doubts in the minds of the people. Manipulation of the media and academia is required to influence young people.
Academia. Wait, I want to hear that one more time.
Manipulation of the media and academia is
the media. They're taking the media. They're taking academia. Yeah, My Hero Academia.
As the younger generation embraces new values such as Marxism and Leninism, the older generation...
Wait, no. Oh, no. He is saying Marxism and Leninism, not Marxism, Leninism, as in like an ML, as in like a Stalinist. I have no clue where Leninism is being taught. I don't even know where like Marxism is even being taught. I think there are more schools that have their kids read Mein Kampf than they do the Communist Manifesto. But whatever.
Slowly loses control simply through attrition. Again, true facts no longer matter during the stage, but rather creating perceptions are paramount.
Oh, like not teaching kids about history, like about like slavery, the true history of like what we did to the Native Americans, or like all of the wars that we taught, like the Bay of Pigs. Like I just like not teaching about this stuff. Subversion? Wait, ideological subversion? Wait, I didn't even look at that. Wait, you're right. Wait, both ideological and subversion are misspelled. Guys, we have to keep talking about the ideological subversion that the KGB and America's Stalinists are trying to give our people. These are the people who are trying to teach your kids, okay?
Without being challenged or counterbalanced by the basic values of Americanism, American patriotism,
What is Americanism? Hamburger, Burger King, bald eagle. Is that what Americanism is? American education system, yeah, and then it's just like a bald eagle just screeching in the background. We love that shit.
Demoralization process in the United States is basically completed already for 25 years.
This is like so interesting to me how like conservatives will always talk about like the enemy like being like soy boy cuck twink losers who carry around sticks and play dress up and live at their mom's house and that are trying to take over the country, but also that they're funded by like George Soros and they're like troops and they're like killing conservatives left and right, and the conservatives are fucking dropping dead while they're trying to grill. Like, conservatives are busy in their local park grilling hamburgers, and Antifa, who is busy reading Marxism and Leninism, one book in each hand, and each eye is reading Marxism and the other eye is reading Leninism, okay? In the back seat of their like armored out, decked out freaking Nissan Fusion Leaf on electric mode with 2 miles left, they pull up, do freaking donuts around like their grill, and then lay them out flat. That's what's going on all across the country. And then like they throw like the freaking like a supervillain calling card. They throw like a rainbow colored dildo into the middle of their dead bleeding bodies, and then they freaking peel out. Cops are like, man, they pick up the rainbow colored dildo and they're like, holy shit, it's them. We gotta get out of here. And the cops just let them get away with it, and they're destroying everyone, and they've already indoctrinated the country for 15-30 years. That means you've lost, right? You've lost.
Actually, it's overfulfilled because demoralization now reaches such areas where previously not all the experts would have dreamed of. Because most of it's done by Americans to Americans, thanks to a lack of moral standards, as I mentioned before. A person who is demoralized is unable to assess true information. The facts tell nothing to him. Even if I show him information with authentic proof, with documents, with pictures.
I show him pictures. I give him links. I link him to the Heritage Foundation, and he says this is a biased source. I give him a picture that's highly edited, and he says that's the wrong picture. It's incredible. He doesn't believe it.
Him by force to the Soviet Union and show him concentration camps, he will refuse to believe it until he receives a kick in his fat bottom, when a military boot crushes his balls.
You okay, buddy? I think he took some artistic license when it came to that one. When they crush my balls, when they step on my balls, just give me a good kick. Just crush my balls under your big, strong man boot, and you flatten my dick. It's dick flattening time. Oh, you're flattening America's dick. Oh, the dick's getting so flat.
In order to better understand who and why this demoralization has taken place to such a great extent that we have an epidemic of effeminate men.
Where did we get to effeminate men? What does it mean to be effeminate? What do you call effeminate? I don't beat my girlfriend? If that's like what he means by being effeminate, then I guess, damn, I need to put the skirt back on, chief, because whew, baby, am I going fem mode?
From a Marxist perspective, then, World War I was a colossal flop. In 1917, the Marxists finally seized power in Russia. It looked like the theory was working, but it did not spread after the war. Something was wrong. Marxism had a problem. It wasn't working. So what to do? Cultural Marxism.
Oh no, no, he's not gonna pull up the Nazi talking points. Cultural Bolshevism was widely used by the Nazi Germany sponsored critics to denounce modernist and progressive movements and culture. It's so interesting. Wow. They live the same world. This is what we mean when we're like, man, conservatives do not let go of the past, okay? They don't understand the past, but they sure do not let go of it. First became an issue in the 1920s in the Weimar Germany, denounced by Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party and other German nationalists as cultural Bolsheviks. Nazi claims about attacks on conceptions of family, identity, music, art, intellectual life were generally referred to as cultural Bolshevism. Does this sound anywhere near what we've been talking about and hearing from conservatives recently? They use this in the exact same way as the Nazis did, only they changed one word from cultural Bolsheviks to cultural Marxist, which basically still means the same exact thing. Literally the same exact talking point. Remember, conservatives always talk about Democrats and the left and cultural Marxists destroying the family, destroying our American identity, disseminating their ideas through like art and music, intellectual life, academia. Remember, he said academia is being taken over by the cultural Marxists. They're doing the same talking points. Make men strong again? Oh no! Wait a second. What am I looking at? Wait. This is how I feel when I found this channel. If someone just like clicks on this stream right now, they'd be thinking that I'm looking at gay porn.
Fuck you.
What's happening? Manly pegging face. At my boot camp, we pick up really big rocks and then we put the rock down. Most men today are weak. Wait a second, I need some like I need some like music. Most men today are weak. Yes, I'm talking about physical weakness. Most men's bodies are soft, but so are their minds. Physical weakness is easy to spot. Skinny legs, big bellies, rounded backs. And the paltry look on most men's face give away to a deeper weakness inside. Inner weakness is metaphysical weakness. Metaphysical weakness is like the soil. Physical weakness is like the sick, sad, spoiled crop that grows out of it. Men had to think, plan, pray, dig, chop, carry, drag, run, hunt, chase, catch, build, fight, protect, provide for the young, the old, and of course, women. Are we just throwing out action verbs? Fly, kick, pick up, throw. You want to go back to monkey? Like, what do you want? You can just do this yourself. Like, pull the fucking engine out of your car and then give yourself a little like fucking pony harness, and you can throw your wife and your kids into the car while you like pull it like you guys are in like an Amish society, your SUV with all your kids in it, your 17 kids or whatever, since you guys like want to go back to fucking monkey. Yeah, you guys got a yabba dabba do Flintstone the fucking car to Walmart. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? Reject Joker from Persona 5. Embrace Fred Flintstone. Men do not do much to survive. Excuse me? Every time I tell my girlfriend I love her and then she calls me Chrissy, I'm fighting for my life with the boys in our group chat, okay? Talking to me about learning how to survive. Have you ever been on Xbox Live, Chief? Wait, how tall is this guy? Wait, can we look at this picture really quick? He's like half the size of everyone here. I mean, I'm not even talking about height. He's just much smaller. Short king. How tall is he? I wonder if he's as tall as me. I wonder if he's like 5'9" or something. All I'm saying is people, I'm sorry, dudes who talk about men are weak, men are fragile. I mean, and then they're like 5'6". I'm sorry. Me trying to get into the shower with my massive giga nuts. Men back in the day used to be shorter than on average. Oh, you're right. He's going back to tradition. He should be shorter because he's going back in tradition. You're so right. You're so correct. Wait. Why respect Elliot for posting his infamous bioenergetic catharsis video? Why is he hulking out? Is he okay? Oh no, the USSR is crushing his balls.
Are you depressed?
Oh no.
Do you find that you become depressed sometimes? Do you find that you're depressing your energy? Do you find that everything that you know you are on the inside, sexual and sexy and hungry and happy and angry and sad? I've told you before that you've got to express. That's the only way to break the depression pattern, because I get depressed. In fact,
I'm depressed right now.
I've been depressed for the past several days. I've been building businesses and watching children and doing all the shit that I have to do and never letting out all the sexual synergy and hunger and anger and frustration and yelling and eating and breathing.
He's spitting everywhere. What's hashtag relatable? I need to let go of my sexual energy. Sexual energy. Why does he have the fucking cadence of a WWE superstar? You know what I'm saying? He looks like he watched a bunch of The Rock video. Wait a second. Tell me that this isn't the fucking Rock.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
You can't be jiggling your titties like that on stream, bud. What the heck? All right, we gotta get out of here. Sorry. That's TOS. You can't do that. How did we get here? I'm just going down this rabbit hole. Just so you know, here's where we started. We're still on this, just so you know. This is the same guy. Like, you compare that guy to this guy right now. You remember that episode in SpongeBob where Gary was like a librarian? This is what I'm looking at right now. Appreciate it. And all of that back to here. All right, yeah. Interesting characters. Interesting characters.
Even the things as basic as what it means to be a man and what it means to be a woman are completely lost. That's how perverted we've become. That's how demoralized we've become through this ideological subversion that most of us don't even know what's going on.
The ideas of like what men and women should like live up to, aspire to, where they should be, what it means to be those things, all of those things have been changing. I'm sorry, all right? If men wanted to go back to tradition, we should be wearing high heels and wigs and makeup. But you do not, I see that you do not have high heels, you do not have wigs, and you do not have makeup on. Very curious, even though all of those things are meant for us, men. But they're associated with women now. It's almost like society changes.
So here we are watching what little remains of Western civilization and masculinity completely falling to pieces, or more accurately, being smashed to pieces, which is the explicit goal of cultural Marxism.
Being smashed to pieces, just like my balls by my Marxist girlfriend. It's so sad, so sad. If I'm gonna be honest here, is there really much more to go over with this? I just want to see if there's any more misspellings. That's my thing. I just really want to know if he misspelled some more stuff. And that's the funniest part to me.
They also recognized that the working class in America was not going to lead a Marxist revolution because it was becoming a part of the middle class. America was doing great. We had no beef, nobody. Becoming a part of the middle class or the bourgeoisie, the great middle class.
The closest thing your average American became to being bourgeois is petite bourgeois by running a tiny like mom and pop shop, usually that you force your kids to work at. The idea that this is, I can't, I'm losing my mind. You have no clue what that word means.
Who then would lead a revolution in the 1950s? Herbert Marcuse answers, the coalition will be made up of blacks, students, feminist women, and homosexuals. By crossing Marx with Freud, they invented something called critical theory. Today you hear it called critical race theory. Critical theory involves making...
Critical theory is different from critical. There are other versions of critical theory, and you don't know what that word means. You know what these terms mean. Why is this text so dang big? Is he like almost blind? Why is this like double spaced 15-point font Times New Roman like he's writing a paper for his like high school English class?
Well, anyone who is successful or holds a position of power is labeled as an oppressor. Those who are not successful are victims.
There's a good chance that you're a victim of something if you're not like super successful, but also even people who can be successful can also be victims. This is called intersectionality. You probably never heard of it though.
Also, someone who defends the notion that there's actually different social roles for women and men, they're a male chauvinist or misogynist.
What is happening?
Strong men, alpha males, fathers are the patriarchy. They're tyrants and so on. Over time, their influential writings...
Fathers? I can't, I'm so, I would really like to just let him talk, but like every comment that comes out of his mouth is just an incredible, I'm sorry, you can't just log on to Twitter and see people saying men trash, hee hee, pussy go plop plop, and think that this is like the breadth of all social commentary in the entire world on the left wing side of the aisle. I'm sorry, that's not how that works.
Today, for example, if the foot soldiers want to do something like normalize transsexuality, they don't argue the point philosophically. They just make Bruce Jenner into a woman. Next.
They don't argue the point philosophically. Nice dead name though. So they don't argue the point philosophically. They just become trans. Wait, they turned someone trans? Were they brainwashed like codename fucking Kids Next Door? Are trans people like his version of the delightful kids from down the lane?
And put them on the cover of Vanity Fair magazine and call you a racist if you don't agree.
Codename Trans Next Door. Boo has to air out his brain because of the hot air that he filled his head with. That poor boy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to subject you to this sort of like awful cringe, my son, my beautiful son. I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna hit the gym. I've been making salads. I've been eating salads recently. So I'm gonna make sure that I hit the gym. I'm gonna keep treating women well. I'm gonna keep being nice to trans people. And I'm gonna be able to pick up a rock like that guy. I'm gonna wear those tiny booty shorts and like that guy and pick up a rock. And he won't know what to do with himself. Really unfortunate. Really unfortunate.